the ones that were ill or sick or had disease and everything, that meant that they got to know the truth, and they got to understand, got the knowledge. So it was like Christ was teaching them, like John the Baptist was teaching people to condemn their sins into knowledge. Christ was telling them the truth and telling them that he came to give them the truth.
So what you telling me, and all the other people in here, so what you telling me is these people wasn't blind or physically sick, but they just wasn't understanding the truth, and he was making them blind see the truth and making the sick and healing them from their sicknesses of doing all these sinful things. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. So Brother Lester, so you see how she's sitting there, she took that same identical thing and telling you this is how he's talking in a parable state. That's all he's doing. He's just talking in this parable state, and she's just telling you, okay, they're not blind, they can't see. So if you can't see, the same people will be in a church, they can be blind. And this man can tell them everything, and that's why he said the blind will lead the blind directly into a what? Into a ditch. And that's what she's telling you. So once she was saying Yahweh Shai tell them what the truth is, now if they decide to go into the ditch, they fully know they're going in the ditch. So that's what she was telling. Thank you, Sister Gare. Appreciate it. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to see some things that's going to go on here. So this is what was going on. He did all this stuff and gave sight. Let's look at verse 22. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them. So he's talking to John's disciples. He says, go your way and tell John what things ye have seen, including heard. Now, again, Brother Lester, what did they hear?
Well, they heard the word.
No, see, you're not helping me out, bro. What did they hear? Hey, I'm going to turn this fire up on you. I need to know, my brother. See, because I'm going to tell you, we can't be with you always. So you're going to have to stand on your own. So I got to do this to make sure we can stand on our own. So I'm going to help you on one. So some of the things they heard, let's go back up. All we got to do is go back up. And you see, it's telling you all up here what was going on. All you gotta do is just keep going up. And you're gonna see things, all that's going on. And you see it went forth throughout all Judea and all the regions about. And you sit there talking about this great prophet. And they heard what? What did they hear about this man?
All the things that he had done with the blind, see.
There you go. There we go. There we go. That's what they heard, all these things about him. And all these curing was going on. So he says, go your way and tell John what things you have seen. They seen him do some of these things, but then he said, including heard, because he didn't heard a lot of these things. They might have put a lot on it. You know, like me and you go fishing, we'll talk about the fish that got away. It was really this big, but we sitting there, man, it was so big, it was probably about 45 pounds. We're gonna talk about the one we missed. They're about the ones that's in the bucket. So the same thing they doing. He's saying, so you tell them the things you have seen. You tell them the things you heard. It says, now that the blind see, the lame walk. See, you're no longer walking crooked. You're no longer walking outside the truth. The lepers is cleansed. The deaf can hear. The dead are raised. To the poor, the gospel, the message This is not good news. It's the message that got them straight. It's preached. It says, "In wisdom is given is he whosoever shall not be offended in me." So whoever I tell this to, some people they're gonna be offended. If I'm sitting there telling you what you're a sinner and this and that, you're gonna be offended at me. Correct or not correct? You follow me, Brother Lester?
Correct.
But if you're not gonna be offended in this, and you can let me tell you what the truth is, and you'll sit there and you can straighten up your life, you're not offended in me because I'm just giving you what the truth is. You with me?
Yes.
Okay, and that's basically what he's doing. So now, as he's going, he's getting into this. We're going to look at 24. It says, "And when the messengers of John were departed, he began to speak unto the people concerning John." Now, this is where it is down. This is where it started getting real hairy, but we're going to still work everything out. So now Yahushua is going to actually talk about some things about John. We need to make sure we take notes on this to make sure we understand it. It says, "He that went out into the wilderness for to see." What when ye out into the wilderness for to see? So the main thing Yahushua is asking you, why in the world you went into the wilderness to see what? If you know you in the, let's look at this. Let it be better. You know the club got a whole bunch of women in there with booty cutters on and shadiness is on, and you done heard rumors where all you gotta do is have $5 in your pocket and you can have things happen to you. You went to the club for what? You answer that question within yourself. Everybody with me? If you know they selling drugs around the corner, why you go around the corner and you hear the cops talking about they're gonna come bust that place at 4 o'clock? Why you going around the corner to see what? You're in the wilderness. It's telling you right there. Ye went out unto the wilderness for to see what you going to see. What in the world are you going to see? Better yet, he says this all in there. He says, "A reed shaking with the wind." Do anybody know what a reed is? Anybody? Anybody know what a reed is? I don't need no guessing. Don't sit there. I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to take a guess. Do anybody know what a reed is? You have a Paleo Hebrew dictionary? Actually, it's in there. Sister Gear. Can you tell them what a reed is?
I thought it was a bladed grass, but I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody tell me what a reed is. Brother David.
Isn't it like a plant? Something like that.
Oh. Okay, now we got people I'm at the now. I don't love him, my brother. I'm about to kill him now.
Let me get my paleo. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. I'll wait. Cause I'm sure gonna kill him dead. Don't make me do like Color Purple. I'll kill him dead. Yeah, Brother David. Yeah, let me let Brother David find it real quick so he can tell us exactly what that is. Go ahead, my brother. What is a reed?
Temptation.
Interesting, is it? And what else is it?
Oh.
Temptation, desolation, abomination.
Really? So now let's read that again. I know that's why you laugh, but let's look at it again. It says, "What ye went out into the wilderness for to see." So what you go out there to see? A reed shaking in the wind? Oh, now this thing came a little bit closer to everybody now. Temptation, Abomination, that's what we went to go see. Oh, they gonna come out of there in a certain way, and we gonna be able to see this based on our temptations. Making a lot of sense now, don't it? So in Abominations, so this is the spirit. So what spirit do you actually have? You ain't with the body of Christ. Let's look at something. Real quick. This is why this is why this says what this says. We're gonna look at Revelation chapter 17. We're gonna go to verse 6. And can I have Sister Leah read that for me? I had one of my Charlie Angels read this one. Revelations chapter 17, verse 6.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs, of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Dang. She's drunken with the life of the saints, because we want to go out there to see something that we shouldn't even be out there looking at. But somebody, I'm going to ask the same thing. Can you fall from that? Because we got some more here that we're going to look at. So can you fall going into the wilderness, trying to see something you don't even supposed to be trying to see? Can you fall from that? Brother Kevin Stokes, can you fall from that, my brother?
I would say yes, because you have...
Wait a minute, you would say yes. That's a yes or no question, bro.
Yes.
Okay, now go ahead.
Because you have the desire to want to see it.
Bingo. In the whole thing, that can go in all kind of different directions. We have a desire to see something. I love the way you put that. We have a desire to see something. I'll tell you what. The same thing. You ever see where women sit there and they have a dress on? If they sneeze, you can see their underclothes. Now, no men are seeing that, and men looking for her to sneeze. All she gotta do is sneeze, so I can see. All she gotta do is sneeze, I see it. And they looking, and that can cause you to fall, because that's the temptation. You want to see something. Everybody with me? Watch this. Let's go a little bit more. And she's drunken with the life of the saints. These people who think they got the truth. Let's go to Revelation chapter 6. We're going to go to Revelation chapter 6. We're going to go drop down to verse 13 and get a little bit more. And right here we're going to find something. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth. You know y'all one of them stars. You know that, right? Okay, yeah. If you don't know, now you know. But watch this. Compared as a fig tree cast her untimely figs when she was shaken of a mighty wind. Everybody get that? This reed shaking with the wind. Don't get caught up. Let's get a little bit more information. It says, but what went ye out for to see? You see how he's catching us up? We're not going to get around it. What did you go out there to look for? I even seen people, and I even hate to say it, but I've seen people do it. They'll sit there and they'll see a woman that fell out, something that happened real bad. You'll see men crowd around hoping they bust this woman's shirt open to where they can see something. and she's getting medical attention. They want to look at her. The only reason I'm saying men, because men is that sick. You got men take the time and they'll set up cameras in bathroom stalls and put little cameras in there to where they can see women. Did y'all know that? This is what we do. And think it's good to see. It's telling you. But what we went out to see, you can't touch them. So why are you looking for them? Let's go a little bit more. It says, it's talking about John, but we're going to get we're going somewhere with John. Because you see, it's talking about John. But watch this. A man clothed in soft raiment. What was John clothed in? Can anybody tell me? What was John clothed in? And was they going out there to see John clothed in what he was clothed in? Can anybody tell me what John was clothed in?
Sackcloth.
Huh?
Sackcloth.
No. I need somebody to tell me what John clothed in.
Camel's hair.
Interesting, ain't it? Was they going out there to see that? Was they going out in the wilderness? Say, well, I'll tell you what. Hey y'all, let's go out to the wilderness and we're gonna look at John. This guy John, he clothed in camel's hair. Are you serious? I'm telling you, we can't get out our own way. Watch this. It says, remember, they which are glorious apparel, they live delicately, are in king's courts. They the ones in the churches. You want to go out there and look at John like he's a spectacle, but when you sitting there, when you want something, you feel righteous, you go in the king's court. Everybody get me? And how many of us doing it? Most people, you'll see a preacher dressed in a suit, and he talking, he talks, and he kind of drags things. You say, oh yeah, this my pastor there. That's my pastor right there. Dr. Kill there, right there. Dressed in a suit. But John out there telling you the truth, you go out there to see this man, you want to call him a spectacle. Everybody with me? Watch this. I want to show you something. This kind of going off, but it's all direct to the path. I want to show you something. We're going to look at Mark. Chapter 1. We're going to go to verse 6.